peanuts don't give me estrogen.
Okay, so just a side
Those are
note.
delicious, by the way. Go ahead.
I just had to text my family. Joey's going live. Hold on.
Oh, your
okay,
son?
you can tell that story. Yeah, you tell the story.
He's on a competing podcast with us right now. He's first time ever going to be talking about sports.
Yeah.
Does he even know what he's talking about?
Yeah, he's really good at talking. Like, he's going to do really well at this, and it's actually, I'm dying because...
The team played the ball with the costumes and knew and...
So I just text my family because, you know, they're not going to tune in for this dumb show, but they'll definitely tune in if they find out the more talented one in the family is on live. Here's what's funny, though. Seconds before we started this big dumb post show, the guy who's producing Joey's show comes in, he's like, "Are you ready for your son to go live?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I kind of forgot, you know, because we're on different stations. We just did our morning show." And so Fizz and I ran in there, and immediately we started singing "Turn Down for What" as he's about to go live, like two dorky parents. And I tried to pay off, and Trey, you'll know that the person who produces our post shows, I tried to pay him off because he's talking sports and he's going to put things on like pictures of the new uniforms and stuff. I'm like, I will give you $50 if every time you throw a picture up on the screen, it's of his mom.
Do it.
Just like, so the Denver Broncos, Sean Payton said this, and
it's not like there's none to pick from, by the way.
Oh, yeah, just a mural of them on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, there's so many. He'll do a great job.
He's going to do great.
I'm excited
so
to watch it, though, when we're done. Can
we
you log in right now?
I was going to say, should we pull it up now while we're doing our own show and just be like, talk amongst yourselves? It's fine.
All right. Mostly what we are most excited about and most want to talk about mostly is we're going to lunch after this. So we need to speed this up.
Yes, yes.
Morning show lunch. We like to do this like once a quarter, but it's been pushed up a little more. I feel like now it's once a week.
Well, that's
because we're all going through things.
Yeah, I was going to say we've been a disaster as humans.
Disaster.
Like, we have made no qualms about talking about eating our feelings lately.
And I feel...
And stress lately. All of those things are happening.
The last two places we've gone to, you picked, and they were both garbage. So...
last two?
Yeah.
I know
Garbage.
What's the other one? Don't say names because that'd be...
I won't.
Oh, the taco place was garbage that we went to.
But
both of them.
Both places
Both
we had tacos.
Both taco spots.
Yeah.
For my
taco
birthday?
spot number 1 and
Yeah,
taco
your
spot number
birthday.
2.
That was in July, and that was a new place in town.
Where did we go before tacos?
Well, we went to Pork Chop Friday with Big Mike Friday. That was really, really good. So we've all picked a spot. Has anybody been to the spot we're going to today?
No, it was on my list of places to go to.
Okay, so we can say where we're going because there's no reviews of it yet. What's it called?
Saison.
Saison. Okay, so we're going there today.
South Denver.
We've stocked the menu already. Big Mike, watch for his Instagram video. That'll start with an
Oh, yeah. We're going to eat some food today, guys.
There it is. That's the famous
sexy.
voice.
It's so sexy.
You do it.
Oh, yeah. Let's get the guac, everybody.
It's so sexy.
Not sexy? Less sexy. Barely.
I mean,
Barely.
it's only lunch on a Wednesday. You may want to tune it down. There's going to be a mommy matinee coming your way later. Ooh, the lady's going to hold of that one.
And then I don't have to see your faces until Tuesday.
I know. Are you so bummed?
I'm excited. I've already turned my alarm off, which I've peaked. That is the best part of taking time off is when you turn the alarm off. It doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that.
I know. It's funny.
I'll be back on Tuesday.
You text this morning, which we never do unless one of us is like very rarely sick or something like that. But you text this morning while I was getting ready, and I was like, "Oh God, is he on vacation already and like awake?" Because that's the first reaction. Because when you are on vacation or I am, we usually text by the time the first show starts without us. We are that needy for attention that we will just no time.
Hey
will
guys,
pass.
I'm still here. Don't forget me.
Make sure you talk about me. Tell people where I am.
Why did I text this morning?
You just said gross.
Oh, because of his text. Big Mike texted the day before, and I never got it.
Yeah, and you never
I was 24
responded.
hours
behind.
behind.
So when you said gross this morning, I was like, oh, is he just like on vacation and like obviously missing us already?
I think we're going to go to like some movies, maybe bowling.
I'm checking for...
The weather looks nice. It's Easter. Easter's involved in this weekend.
Are you going to cook?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That I'll just be hanging with the family back on Tuesday because Monday I'm going to take, I think for the last time, my 5th grader to school. I don't get to do that a lot. And now that we're in 4th quarter, I think this will be the last time I drive one of my children to elementary school.
Dude, it is a
I'm
trip.
really sad about it.
And does their middle school go 2 years or 3?
3.
Okay, so AJ, and all of the boys really, but AJ is the youngest. Their middle school is 2 years. And so
6th and 7th?
7th and 8th.
7th and 8th. Okay.
And his school, they kind of like divided the elementary school. So it was like, like almost like primary school, elementary, middle school, and then high school. And it was so weird because I felt like I was just saying it was the last time of elementary school and now it's going to be the last time of middle school immediately.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre how fast it goes.
So
Everybody
fast.
says that, but it's at this age, it does not slow down. Now we talked about Keith Urban today saying that his wife is not allowed to teach the kids to drive because she's not patient, which I thought was so funny and real of him. They're usually so protective of funny things like that, saying things. And who is going to be the better teacher when your daughter learns to drive?
My wife.
Mom or dad?
My
Yeah.
wife. I would have a hard time not yelling. My kids will be crying by the time we're out of the neighborhood.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
No.
Well,
I
are
don't
you
wanna
going
give
to
up the
yell just
control.
because that's your go-to anyway?
Yeah,
Is
but
to- you know.
if they're not braking in time, there will be yelling. There will be yelling
And they'll be nervous.
and nervous, and then
Yellow means go.
then
Go
it's
faster.
just,
Go
I want to
faster.
go home, Dad. I want to go home.
Yeah.
But I remember my mom teaching me how to drive. It was mostly my mom, and she did great. Very patient. Yep.
Yes.
Very,
Okay.
positive reinforcement.
Oh, wow. Okay, good.
But
Good.
I learned to drive my dad's 69 Bronco 3 on the tree.
Wow.
Can you believe that? That's what
no.
I learned to drive on.
I don't know if I could have done. I'm sure I could have, but when you grew up Fort Collins, like I don't know how small it was around that time. It was always a bigger city.
Yeah.
Did you have the I drove before I had my license or I drove before a permit?
No.
Okay.
No. No, my parents weren't letting me just drive out in the dirt roads.
That's
Was that you?
very, very normal for where I grew up.
Like how old were you
Like-
driving by yourself on the dirt roads?
14 at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like to
it
go to the
goes-
store and get something by yourself, or just your dad was in the car, your mom was in the car, and they'd let you drive at 14?
They would let me do that. It was more my dad, but it was a farm town. And so they had farmers permits. Do you know what those are? That's a real thing.
No.
Yeah. So a kid at the age of 13 can get what's called a farmer's permit. And it's because you're working on a farm and you go in and out for the feed, or you need to run to this, an implement store to get something. And I'm not kidding you when I say this. So you'd have a farmer's permit and you were only allowed to drive, I think it was till sundown. But at 13, you could drive without a parent in the car if you had your farmer's permit. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
True story. So it was
Wow.
very normal by the time we were like 13 or 14 to have driven a car, most definitely. And then, the town was 400 people. I'm not kidding when I say I was related to half of them. It's just everybody grew up there. So yeah, we would be driving. And then that became much like some of the songs you hear about getting like on the dirt road partying. We would know who had their farmer's permit. So by the time you're 15, now the party starts.
Yeah.
Way
back in the holler. That's what you did back in the holler.
Yeah. There was the abandoned farmhouse that we just sort of squatted at.
Oh.
All of us as teenagers. It was the way to grow up. Like it was, you had your four-wheelers or your snowmobiles, and then somebody had a farmer's permit, and you were in business.
We didn't have that. But what I did have was my dad. Now, mind you, okay, let me paint the picture. My dad would be driving the station wagon, and he would let me sit in between his legs, and I would do the steering.
Little then.
So
Yeah.
little,
He's
like
"Oh,
7.
So I was 15.
But I have memories. No. I have memories. So we grew up in Fort Collins, driving to Cheyenne for the Frontier Days or the
Yes!
car races. And my dad would let me sit here, and I would steer going down I-25. Y'all, there was a 7-year-old steering down
the
I-25
highway.
down the highway
Yes.
with my dad like doing this.
Did mom know?
Mom was there.
Yep.
The whole family.
God, I love
I could have
it.
killed my entire family.
This is why I'm telling you, we are actually smart as a society. It's just too many rules have gotten in the way. You let parents use their common sense if they have it. If they don't, then they're going to have a hell of a time anyway.
Yeah, right.
But we did the riding in the back of the pickup anywhere we went. If there wasn't enough room, like you didn't even ask other
just jumped
parents
back there.
if you could jump in the back. You
No
just
asking.
jumped
You
in.
just got in.
Right.
Yep.
Like you're just trying to make it like hop in the back, and it was the trunk or the bed of a truck.
You guys have a truck.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Ian with AJ's friends, and he's just saying, "Hey, just get in the back. Let's
Just
go
get
to the
in
movies."
Back.
You couldn't happen today. It couldn't happen.
What
today.
would you do if your kids came home and said another parent put them in the back of their truck like that and drove?
That'd be a tough one. It depends on where they were going and what they were doing. I don't think I would freak out because I grew up doing that, right?
Oh, I would freak out. Oh, I would freak out. I'd give them a good one.
Would you?
Yes.
Threaten to sue?
No. But I'd be
You'd
like,
march right on over there and have a word with mom and dad.
you don't do that without asking. You just put some kid in a trunk. You want to put my kid in a trunk, you have to ask me first, okay?
And I'll always say yes, but just ask.
Right.
You
It's
have
just
to
a
ask.
respect thing at that point. Sure, thanks for asking. No, he doesn't have peanut allergies. We are such good parents. Like, all right, guys.
All right, see y'all on Tuesday.
Bye.